Very good evening to all of you. We at Remarkable Education are committed to bringing to you information on the varied career options available today. Our webinars are presided over by the industry experts, leading faculties, subject matter experts, and alumni others. This is a fun and an interactive forum where we try to provide information and address all your queries in the best possible way. Today, I welcome you all to yet another exciting webinar, yes, on career in travel journalism. Our special guest for today's webinar, Professor Alok Sharma, Director, IITTM. Our speakers of today's webinar, Mr. Siddhartha, yes, one and only, another alumni graduated from IITTM. Currently, he is working as an entrepreneur, professional wedding, event and destination photographer, and a tour escort organizing treks in North Bengal. Worked for Detour, Odisha as a landscape photographer, captured smart city photographs, and works were published by CMO. He enjoys travel photography and also travel writing. And the reason we invited him today is a student would be meeting other students to help all of them out. A very warm welcome, Mr. Das, please.
Thank you. Firstly, I would like to thank Dr. Adyasa for giving me this opportunity to speak on this topic and sharing my experiences in travel photography and wedding photography. So right now, I am a wedding and landscape photographer, and alongside that, I am also an entrepreneur, and I have started taking people to treks in North Bengal. So my journey in photography started right from my school days. Just after my HS, I started doing photography, travel photography, street photography, and I was always interested in traveling. So I thought,
Super. Now in between, Mr. Das, sorry, but moving further, as we have a lot of questions from students and schools, so while introducing the other faculties as well, I would love to invite our second very important speaker. I believe her profile is huge and superb. You all will be overwhelmed by listening. Dr. Adyasa Das. Dr. Das is an associate professor at IITTM, yes, Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management, Bhubaneswar, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. With a post-graduation from Delhi School of Economics, she has done her master's in business administration from Xavier's Institute of Management and doctoral research in organizational behavior. Dr. Das has published extensively in several areas of tourism, focusing on the cultural and management perspectives. She's a travel blogger and is well known for her travel writings. She has received the Sri Ram Travel Grant and the Akshar Writer in Residence Fellowship to write a month-long travel diary on different destinations of Germany, hosted by Sahitya Academy and Goethe Foundation, Germany. Her travel writings have been translated into German, Odia, and Nepali. Her major publications are in the areas of heritage and cultural tourism, human resource management and tourism, and the psychology of tourist behavior. She is an avid researcher and has presented papers in several universities abroad, like UET, Italia, Palermo, Lizum, Philippines University, Manila, University of Sri Lanka, Zurich, San Antonio University, USA, Seattle, and several other European universities and apart from India. She has addressed the students at Singapore Human Resource Institution as well and Sunrise Global Chef Academy, Singapore too. STP Bandung, Indonesia, to name a few as well. A very warm welcome, ma'am. Huge profile, and it is superb. Ma'am, you are on mute.
Thank you very much for that wonderful welcome to a very warm afternoon. And already I'm feeling extremely good because I know that I'm surrounded by a number of young minds. And anywhere in the world, anytime I get an opportunity to represent the Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management is always a very, very important reason to be here. So I'm extremely overwhelmed. And I would also like to convey greetings to my director, Professor Dr. Alok Sharma, and my colleague here, my esteemed colleague, Dr. Chandrasekhar Barua, as well as my very loving student, Siddhartha. So I think, I'm in real exalted company today, and I look forward very much to your questions, and I hope that we can definitely have a very meaningful interaction this afternoon. Thank you so much.
Well, superb. And especially with your profile today, I am 100% sure. Moving further, another great personality, as we all know and we have been waiting for. Yes, all those students, those who are looking forward to have admission at IITTM and coming up with great number of questions that how they can reach to IITTM, what all centers are there, what do you study there, what all subjects are available. And so for that, to solve all your queries, and number of students, those who are pouring out their questions there, waiting for Dr. Chandrasekhar Barua, sir. Sir, on request of all students are here. He's the nodal officer and helping placement officer also, and one and only solution for all the students across. So we welcome you here.
Thank you very much, Dr. Prachi ma'am, and greetings to all of you. Today is a very auspicious day, 2-3 festivals we all are celebrating. Greetings to all for Lord Parshuram Jayanti. We have happy Eid also, and today is a government holiday. We are very lucky enough. Dr. Prachi ma'am is online and she is conducting a very interesting, important webinar on the career. The topic is career in travel journalism. So also my greetings to respected Dr. Adyasa madam. She is associate professor, as madam already introduced, at IITTM Bhubaneswar. And I'm at presently talking from Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. Thank you very much, ma'am, for my introduction and for organizing this interesting webinar. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. On our personal request, you are here with us today. Now, moving further, will not take much of your time. We are starting with the questions as requested by all the students today. So a very important question, Dr. Das, for you from a student. If you can elaborate more this subject, travel journalism, what it is all about and what does it actually consist in total? Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, I think we are starting with the right question because often there is a doubt in the mind of students as to we are all aware about journalism, but then what is travel journalism? Now let me put it to you like this: that many of us dream to travel, and I have often interviewed students who say that I want to do a course in IITTM because I want to travel. Of course, there is a double advantage. When you join a course in IITTM, you not just travel, you also make others travel. You don't just dream alone, you make others dream as well. But have you ever thought that while traveling, you can also earn your livelihood? Well, when we are talking about travel journalism, we are talking about a scenario like that. A travel journalist is somebody who travels to different places, different destinations, explores them, studies about their culture, and then he sits down to write about them. So let me make it a little more elaborate. A travel journalism is all about generating information, or what we today call as content, generating content or information in a skillful manner, insightful stories covering the different manifestations of this very dynamic billion-dollar industry called the travel and tourism industry. Now, there are several aspects of travel journalism. On the economic side, we are talking about government policies, investments, infrastructure, new ventures, job creation, the overall health of the industry in general. Like, for example, even during the COVID time, it is playing a very important role. On the economic side, we have seen. On the social side, you have several aspects like the history of the destinations, the culture, the social fabric, the rites and rituals, the fairs and festivals, Dr. Barua was just mentioning about some fairs today. India is a land of fairs and festivals. The food, all these things today have become important triggers for tourism. And there is yet another focus of the travel journalism, and that is events like, events. They're called events. Today, a lot of destinations are known for their events. So, travel journalism, which started as a very kind of, casual activity, became extremely important because it was not just talking about stories, it was not just creation of stories, but it was also about facts and news. Like, I think, I'm sure all of you are aware, due to different activities that has happened, due to different situations, certain destinations have died an early death, certain other destinations have come up. Today we are in a very important juncture where little known destinations are being preferred. In the time of COVID, nature tourism is in. So how do we know about all these? All these things we get to know about through travel journalism. So I think this in a nutshell would tell you what is travel journalism. There are several components of travel journalism like travel writing, travel photography. I will take it up as we go ahead.
So with a great insight about the subject, moving further to Siddharth. Siddharth, as you have completed this course from IITTM, can you help our students to understand in detail how was your experience about this subject? And what was that one thing, one wow moment which you have experienced while studying? कुछ तो ऐसा होगा ना जिसको बहुत आपने enjoy किया होगा while studying this subject.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, over to you.
Firstly, ma'am, the travel photography. This thing was really interesting for me because I already had an interest in photography, and adding to this, we also had a lot of excursions. Means every year we had excursions to different places. We had local tours, and on our last year we went to Kerala for a study tour, and we made a presentation on that on the place on Kerala. We experienced a lot of things over there, the local culture, and that was the wow moment for me that I learned. I learned while I was traveling to a place, and we also had to give a paper on that subject. So that was the wow moment for me. And moreover, in our classes we used to have different kind of quiz. We used to give presentations on different destinations, like in domestic as well as international destinations. So that made us more confident about our subject, and that increased our writing skills as well as our presentation skills, and developed an overall personality, which makes us different from a normal graduate and a BBA in travel and tourism graduate.
Wow. So there were wow moments. So you enjoyed something. So you try picking up your niche and have your fruitful career in that particular field. That's super. And that's quite inspiring. So something which our students love and enjoy, definitely they can pursue that particular individual thing. Dr. Das, another important question for you. If you can help our students to understand that what subjects this travel journalism consists, and how they can, have their career in individual subjects as well.
Yeah, thank you very much for this. Let me tell you that when we are talking, you do have a lot of travel journalism courses that are available, that are offered by different institutions. You have postgraduate programs in them. You have certificate programs in them as well. And what I would like to suggest here is doing a BBA in travel and tourism or an MBA in travel and tourism and then doing travel journalism gives you an entirely different edge in the industry. Now, how is that? If you do a standard postgraduate course or a standard BBA course in any other subject, you do a number of unrelated, subjects which are not directly related to journalism, travel journalism. In an MBA or a BBA travel and tourism, you study the basic subjects of travel and tourism. You study history, culture, business communication. You study a lot of papers which teach you team skills like human resource management. You study principles of management which help shape your personality. You also study travel writing and travel photography. So at the end of the road, you turn out to be a very well-rounded person in terms of this field. And I'm very happy about a term which Dr. Prachi has just mentioned, that this is a niche area. Yes, indeed. I think, Dr. Barwa has been doing a wonderful job here, introducing you to different specialization areas of this very dynamic field of the subject that is offered in IITTM. But out of these areas also, there are these smaller niches. What does your heart want? Nowadays, we are talking a lot about being happy. I want to do a job in which I'm happy. So when you're talking about your happiness quotient, and it matches with a small area like travel journalism, don't be scared to take the first step. Sometimes it is more important to take a small, uncertain step which leads to a definite career than to take a huge stride and end up nowhere. So, travel journalism, Siddhartha is one example here. I'm very, very happy that he could join today. Out of all the subjects that he studied in BBA, he put everything together and started his own startup. But the focus was on travel photography. So, in an ideal course in travel journalism, you definitely have to read about the writing skills, the ability to know a little bit the appreciation of the political scenario, the economic scenario, the social fabric. You also have to study about history, culture, the sociology aspects, and most important, handling people. Papers that teach you how to handle people properly. So this, in a nutshell, would be what you will be covering in the different components of a postgraduate course. Well, if you would like me to go on in this, then if that is clear, that's fine. Is it okay, Dr. Prachi?
Yeah, that's perfect, ma'am. So yes, definitely. And as our students are saying, so it's quite in detail and interesting. Well, another important question, ma'am. This student is asking here, how many years does it take to study travel journalism?
If you are doing a postgraduate course, as I just said, it is a 2-year course. If you are not doing a postgraduate course, you're doing a certificate course. And I think there's a very interesting quotation here, which I thought I would share with the students. When I will talk about travel writing, travel photography, and the career options, there's this, very important book called Lonely Planet, which any avid traveler must have read. So the editor of Lonely Planet, he was hiring recently, and when he was asked, what is it that you are looking for in a prospective candidate, he said, I am not looking for a exact 2-year postgraduate course. I want a person who fits the criteria. Even if he's done a 6-month certificate course, I don't mind. So in other words, you will come across a lot of content in the internet which says that over and above your full-time career, you can also do travel journalism. In fact, all students who are doing a postgraduate course in travel and tourism or a BBA course in travel and tourism are travel journalists. Only thing is they have not tapped that journalist in them, but they are having enough exposure. So ideally, if you want to do that, like Siddhartha has his own firm, he has his own startup, but he's also a travel journalist. So it's a major part-time, addition. Students, let me tell you something here. Today we are talking about multitaskers. We are talking about pursuing 2 or 3 things. We are talking about pursuing one profession, which is our main livelihood, and then we are talking about living our passions also. So if it is a passion in you, if writing is a passion, if photography is a passion, if putting both of them together in a social media is a platform, if coming up with a wonderful blog is a platform, go ahead and do this course and take up travel journalism. We give you enough inputs to make you a good travel journalist.
Well, definitely. So yes, it has tremendous areas. The stream had different wings to pursue and different areas of career. Chandrasekhar sir, our student want to listen something from you. So if you can help them understand in detail that how can they have their career through IITTM. Sir, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Prachi ma'am. It's a very interesting and easy to talk about. IITTM, because continuously I'm addressing. I think many of the students are attending regular. So as you all aware about IITTM, very important to share with you, because this is the one and only institute under the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. Its name is IITTM. It stands for Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management. As IITTM was set up initially in 1983 in New Delhi, and later headquarters shifted to Gwalior after 10 years. Then onwards, IITTM is expanding. Now we are in northern India at the Noida Center. In south, we are in Nellore, Andhra Pradesh. Eastern region, Bhubaneswar, from where Dr. Adyasa Das is representing here. And western region, we have Goa. So we are at these 5 places. Now, since 2015, IITTM changed all the courses. So at present, we are running 3 major courses. The one is graduate program, another is postgraduate program, third one is a doctorate PhD program. So here I want to talk to you about the 2 programs. The one is BBA Tourism and Travel, which is a 3-year complete graduation degree program as per the University Grant Commission guidelines, but we are going especially on travel and tourism. So degree nomenclature name is BBA TT, Tourism and Travel. Another degree is MBA Tourism and Travel Management, MBA TTM. So IITTM is specially established because of tourism education, tourism research, and tourism consultancy. So IITTM playing a very important vital role at national level for development of human resource for tourism industry. So we are not specifically going only on travel and tourism. Now IITTM expanded many specialization. So we are talking today about the career and travel journalism. So I also want to talk about that subject also, because since 2015, when IITTM is running this BBA after 10+2, so one subject is also added, that is travel photography. Dr. Adyasa Das will address and give you more detail about. I just want to talk about the courses and how you can apply. It's very important to know, because travel and tourism industry in India is growing very fast, very rapidly. It's very important to understand, because in 2019, only in 1 year, the highest number of foreign tourist arrival was since the independence. So around 11 million foreign tourists arrived to India, because in India we have 2 categories of tourism. The one purely we call it domestic tourism, means people are traveling within country India. We call them Indian domestic traveler, domestic tourist, and people are coming from foreign country. Those who are not citizen of India and they are coming to India as a foreigner, we call them foreign tourist arrival. That is the figure I just shared to you, nearly 11 million. So there is a huge scope in India, because India is a country which is very large in terms of area, even in terms of population, and country's civilization. If you compare with any country of the world, we are nearly the oldest one, because more than 5,000-year-old civilization presence are here in the country India. So people from the world, they are keen interested to visit India for its natural beauty, its man-made beauty, and its cultural beauty. So that is why the IITTM preparing the main power, because of every year there is an increase in foreign tourist arrival, there is an increase in number of domestic tourist traveler within the country India. And I'm happy to share with you, accordingly in India the infrastructure is also changing very fast. So now we are with the more than 81 domestic airport in country India, more than 34 international airports, and n number of hotel chains are here, because this is a new requirement and demand we have. Otherwise, attractions are already available. Once again, whether you talk natural, man-made, because we have every location in India, every state, you can see a number of forts, palaces, museums, even religious attractions. You can start with the temples, churches, gurudwaras, mosques, or many beautiful mausoleums. We also call them as tombs. So you talk any religion, yes, we have that attraction available. So people are interested to see, they want some time comparison also between these. So now here is a need, the demand from various associations. You can say Indian Association of Tour Operator, Travel Agents Association of India. They are time to time they are asking IITTM, and we are accordingly changing our many structure of the module also, because they are member of IITTM BOG body, Board of Governors body. So we are very closely working with the tourism and travel industry, as well as we have linkages with the many international organizations also. So IITTM accordingly running various courses, whether you talk about BBA or MBA, and these courses are very professional, job oriented, career oriented. That's why we have good number of students are from all over the India. But we want, because a ministry is very keen through IITTM to expand as much as possible the opportunities, the career opportunities, especially in travel and tourism and allied areas. So So now at present, we are accepting the application for the year 2021 and through online. And our application is available on IITTM website, which is www.IITTM.ac.in. So whenever you open, all 24 hours, we are open with accepting the application till 31st of May. And you can apply either for BBA if you are 12th pass or 12th appearing. But for the category of unreserved, means general and OBC, minimum 50% is required. Or those who are appearing, they can also apply, because definitely they are confident enough, they can score easily more than 50%. For candidate, those who are from reservation SC/ST, as per the Supreme Court of India, we are giving relaxation of 5%, means a minimum 45% they have to submit. So once again, either pass out or appearing of 12th, because till this year 12th examination are till due because of the corona. And I wanted to share with you also for the students seeking for MBA. So we are happily accepting application from students, those who are graduate from any discipline. They may be art, commerce, science, engineering, you talk any discipline. Yes, those who are either pass out or final semester appearing, they are eligible. They can submit their marks of their graduation till 31st of October 2021. That means they can apply, they can appear. For the MBA program, either they can submit a scorecard also, which is out of 6: CAT, MAT, CMAT, XAT, ZMAT, and ATMA. So these are the 6 examinations. If you have a scorecard of within 1 year, yes, we are accepting. Then after, you are only called for GDPI, that is group discussion and personal interview, because of your weightage for written exam, or this scorecard is 70%, 15% for GD, 15% for PI. That way, you may get a chance to study either of any of these 5 centers as per your application. You are filling where you want to study, choice number 1, 2, 3, because we have 5 places, 5 locations, MBA program: Gwalior as a headquarter, Noida, Bhubaneswar, Nellore, and Goa. But only for BBA this year, we are not offering Goa as a center, but all these places, yes. Total seats in BBA admission are 375, including all various reservations, and 750 seats are for MBA. But yes, we also promise for the students of MBA, we take care 100% placement assistance, because of very wide varieties of the job options are available in Indian tourism industry as well as abroad. Now we have number of good linkages also. One of them is Satguru Travel. So this is the company. They are coming regular to us and recruiting a student to work in African countries and continents. So students, they have exposure. I will talk to you in the future forthcoming your questions about the various placement opportunities. We are asking only to pay for application 1,000 rupees for general and OBC category. For SC/ST, it is only 500. So this is the initially information for students, those who are attending, and those who are watching the today's webinar. So IITTM is 100% Government of India, Ministry of Tourism Institute, and our Board of Governor Chairman is a present minister. So present minister is Honorable Sri Prahlad Singh Ji Patel, and Vice Chairman is a Secretary Tourism. So they are looking after and controlling all activities of the IITTM, and present director of this institute is Professor Alok Sharma Ji, who is looking all the 5 centers of IITTM, and 2 recently new chapters are also open. Camp offices, one in northeast of India, that is Shillong, and one in Bihar, Bodh Gaya. And also, I'm very happy to share with you that in Gulmarg, another very important institute for skiing and mountaineering, that is also under the control of IITTM. Present director is a principal of IISM, Indian Institute of Skiing and Mountaineering. So this is something about IITTM and admission procedure. Over to you, Dr. Prachi ma'am.
Well, a lot of information, sir, in one go. I believe we would require another session to understand and to observe all this from our students. Again, with another important question related to subject, Dr. Das, for you. Our students want to know more about this field, as it's been accepted and understood through lockdown. How the field affected by lockdown, and how is it coping? How is it coping up with this? Also, travel journalism. So I believe, obviously, nowadays we can travel virtually as well, and writing. I mean, being creative from my end. But how about people, those who travel, understand, accept, and then they get into this? So this must have affected badly. But if you can share few insights from your end, and how is gonna pick a boom? Because recently in one group I have shared this link of today's session. Why am I saying this on the live platform? We at Remarkable Education is trying to help number of students out there, but it is really very difficult for many of the parents and students, and also people out there, to accept this. According to them, this industry is not working at all, and as per them, that this is dead now in lockdown. So what sort of career today I'm talking about, according to them, right? Am I wasting time today? But yes, it's not today, and neither you all are building up your kids for today. You are building up your kids, you are nurturing your kids for tomorrow. That is down the line for next 10 years. So today what you are teaching your kids, your child will be there ready after 10 years. And that is what we are talking about. I believe this is something which comes to my mind as an answer. But in terms of lockdown, if you can share a few points, please. Over to you.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Prachi, for asking a very pertinent question, because if we are having a webinar on careers and we are not talking about lockdown and its impact on careers, then we are missing the mark. And like you rightly said, people are questioning the very existence of the industry. But let me tell you, COVID-19 has been a disaster for the whole world. We are reeling with the impact of COVID-19. But I asked some of my entrepreneur students who are having their own organizations, because we're very concerned about our students. And do you know what the reply was? They said COVID-19, before COVID came, there was SARS. There were other epidemics. Our organizations had a lean patch, and then it revived again. If there is one industry which is extremely resilient, it is the travel and tourism industry. I'll give you a small example. After the first strain of COVID, I'm sure all of you know that, before the second strain came, there was a little bit of gap and lockdowns were withdrawn, and life almost resumed to normalcy. You know what people did? They immediately started traveling. Yeah, of course, international travels could not be possible because there were a lot of bans, travel restrictions were there. But domestic travel was very much there, and we started talking about nature tours and domestic tours, etc. Wildlife tourism, all these different areas came up. So of course now we are reeling with the second strain, but I think definitely the travel industry has taken a toll, but it is also gearing up. In all this time that has happened, different state governments have been meeting and talking about how they can help revive this industry. So for people who are thinking about an uncertain future, let me tell you that if your passion is in travel journalism, definitely there is hope in the future. I will give you, some more specific example. Like I said, when we are talking about travel journalism, we are talking about a very unique combination of two components: travel writing and travel photography. Of course, let me tell you, a travel writer per se is different from a travel journalist, because a travel journalist is someone who is basically giving you facts. And I'll tell you the career options that are there so that it will become more clear for you. A travel writer is somebody who is more creative. He's writing more about his personal experiences, his own philosophy about visiting a destination, and his own theories about how the destination can come up. And travel photography, of course, fits in very beautifully to both these things. Now, students, let me tell you, like Dr. Prachi was just talking about virtual tours. I'm sure you all know a lot of companies today are taking you on a virtual tour of Europe, different destinations of Egypt or whatever, or even Odisha. So technology plays a major role. All of you who are very savvy with your smartphones, and all of you have a Facebook account or Insta or Twitter or LinkedIn or whatever, in all these places, you probably are already creating an identity of yourself as a writer. You are writing something, posting a picture, adding up a caption. And in doing so, you probably are coming up with a very wonderful value addition to your resume, that you definitely have some kind of an in-depth knowledge in a particular area. So whether we are talking about social media, blogs, other online sources, definitely this is a venue which is not going to die out, because technology is here to stay. And the travel world has been revolutionized by this one term called technology. So because of the addition of technology to the travel world, travel journalism and travel and tourism is here to stay. It may slightly take a back seat, but it will come back with a bounce. There's no doubt about that. Now, I would also like to just make it very clear to you, this distinction between what are the career options that are available for travel writing. People who are not interested at all in travel photography, they want to focus in travel writing. There are others where the primacy is in travel photography. I'm sure you're all over the internet. You're seeing different, groups which teach you the basics of photography, basics of writing, etc. So travel writing career options, you can do stories. You can have feature stories in the local newspaper or in the government bulletin or in guides like Lonely Planet or in newspapers also. Newspapers also run these columns. And like Dr. Barua, I handle the placements of IITTM Bhubaneswar. So let me tell you, a lot of recruiters are today asking for content marketing. So what is this content marketing? Once again, we are talking about travel journalism or travel writing. People who develop contents of destinations. I was just telling you, people are no more, so today's tourist, I think Dr. Prachi mentioned something about the psychology of tourist behavior. Let me tell you, the tourist today wants to be the king of the place he visits. So he doesn't want to go to a very crowded place. He wants to go to a slightly offbeat place, offbeat destinations. The minute we talk about offbeat destinations, do you even imagine how many offbeat destinations are there in India? There in your own state, probably in your own town. So this is where you all come in. There is one organization about which I would like to mention here, India City Walks, which has done a lot of work in encouraging young talents to come forward with their ideas, not just to write, to do photography, but also to do guiding with them. You also have the Sharpedia Walks, the local walks, a lot of groups which are organizing local walks where you have content and photography coming together. You can be a freelance writer writing for magazines. There are a lot of travel, magazines, travel blogs. There are a lot of websites for different companies. That is where you get a job as a content writer. You can also do specialized articles on destination travel. You can do itinerary travel writing. You can do travel mode writings, like say, for example, the Oriental Express. The experience of riding an Oriental Express. I think Incredible India has also done a number of initiatives where they encourage people from foreign countries to come here and write blogs on India. You can also talk about special events. Today, special interest tourism constitutes a very, very important component of tourism, like let it be local attractions or dress or music and dance or food and travel or rock climbing or anything, you name it, we have it. So you can find, job prospects in all these areas as well. When we come to the last part, that is called the personal travel essays or travel memoirs, or what we also call very popularly travelogues. There are very famous writers who have written their travel experiences. And I think Dr. Prachi was mentioning, when I had got a fellowship to write about my experiences, Germany through my eyes. You can also do that. Today in the internet, you have access to your own world through your own page or through your own website. By the time you pass your graduation or post-graduation, you already have something to speak for yourself. Along with this, you have travel photography. And in travel photography today, you can be a freelance travel photographer. You can do destination wedding photography. You can be a resort photographer, photojournalist, travel blogger, etc. If you ask me about which are the career options, like I just told you, print media, newspapers, news magazines, they hire content writers. You can talk about radio, television channels. Today, the radio, television segment is flooded with private, players. So we have some very dynamic people in Beyond. We have a lot of students who are working in all these very well-known, agencies. You have OTT, over-the-top platforms like Amazon Prime, Netflix. They are also hiring travel photographers and travel writers. So you can see then that there are opportunities. The only thing is you will have to look for them. Maybe till now you were not aware, but now that you know and you start looking, probably you are going to find something which is going to fit exactly with what you had in mind for yourself. It was a bit long, but I think I managed to complete the whole thing. Yes, over to you, Dr. Prachi.
Well, yes. So very, very well explained. So yeah, there are different areas, and obviously it's not today, as I said earlier as well. We all are curious. I'm sure no one is liking this pandemic and the current situation. And I'm 100% sure it is affecting not only to businesses, but also to the students, to the teachers, to the institutions, to the organizations. And the one very important, when we talk about things that this is affecting, what is actually affecting today, if I ask? It's affecting to the young, that to the infant, to the toddler who has just started walking, started running, observing, and now he's not allowed, he's been packed in four walls. It's actually locked for that child. We can still breathe, look, and we have experience. How about those who haven't experienced yet? So please, do not stop your kids, do not stop yourself of looking at such situations about your child's career areas. अगर आपका बच्चा इन सब करियर एरियाज के लिए सोच रहा है, जाना चाहता है, और आपको आज ये लग रहा है कि लॉकडाउन की वजह से ये करियर रुक जाएंगे, तो मैं आपको बहुत ही 100% श्योरिटी के साथ आज एक चीज बताती हूँ कि हम सब अपने बच्चे की परवरिश आज के दिन के लिए बिल्कुल भी नहीं कर रहे हैं। आज के लिए नहीं कर रहे हैं। जो हम आज कर रहे हैं अपने बच्चे के साथ, वो उसके लिए 10 साल बाद काम आएगा। उसका भविष्य का हम बीज बो रहे हैं, और बीज बोना सही तरीके से उतना ही महत्वपूर्ण है जितना कि फल पाना है। आज हमारे माँ बाप ने, या जिन फलों को आज हम खा पा रहे हैं, वो फल, वो बीज शायद किसी और ने बोए होंगे, और अगर वो आज बीज बोए ही नहीं होते तो शायद हमारे पास वो फल ही नहीं होते। उसी तरीके से इस चीज को सोचते हुए आई बिलीव आप सभी लोग इस चीज को एक्सेप्ट करें। डू नॉट टेक इट इन अ नेगेटिव मैनर कि लॉकडाउन की वजह से आज का जो उतार चढ़ाव है वो हर करियर में और हर जगह, हर परिस्थिति में और हर घर में आता है, और वैसे ही हम इस सिचुएशन को भी लें तो बेहतर होगा। वेल, मूविंग फर्दर, सिद्धार्थ, अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन फॉर यू। आपने ये पूरा सब्जेक्ट पढ़ा है IITTM से, you have experienced every single thing about the institution, about this course, and now as an entrepreneur आप ये कोर्स आगे परस्यू कर रहे हैं, आप इसको एज अ पैशन इस चीज को जी रहे हैं। What would you like to say about your experience? आपका पूरा एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा, और अभी आप इस चीज को कैसे करियर में कन्वर्ट कर पा रहे हैं? मैं इसीलिए जानना चाहूंगी कि बहुत सारे बच्चे आज आपको सुन रहे हैं, और उनके पेरेंट्स या किसी भी रीजन से अगर आज उनको कोई स्टॉप करता है, तो आपकी वो बात उनकी लाइफ चेंजिंग होगी। ओवर टू यू
मैम। अपने पैशन को, हाँ, मतलब प्रोफेशन बनाना बहुत ही डेडिकेशन वाला चीज है। इफ यू आर हैविंग अ डेडिकेशन इन योर फील्ड, इन योर पैशन, इफ यू आर श्योर अबाउट इट, then you can make it. You will have to work 24/7. It is not a 9 to 5 job or something like that. Right from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, you will have to think about your passion. Like मेरे लिए जैसे फोटोग्राफी एंड ट्रैवलिंग, मैं हर वक्त मैं ट्रैवल ब्लॉग्स ये सब देखता रहता हूँ, पढ़ता रहता हूँ। हाँ, आई कीप ऑन रिसर्चिंग ऑन देम, ऑन डिफरेंट डेस्टिनेशंस, एंड इसी तरह मेरे को इंफॉर्मेशंस मिलता है। जैसे कुछ देर पहले मैम ने बोला था कि लॉकडाउन का सिचुएशन, हाँ, ये सही में हम लोग को बहुत इफेक्ट किया है, मगर जैसे ही थोड़ा सिचुएशन ठीक हुआ, टूरिज्म बूम किया था। टूरिज्म का मार्केट बहुत ही अच्छे से फ्लो किया था, और उसके बाद लोग बहुत ही ज़्यादा ट्रैवल कर रहे थे, डोमेस्टिक इंडस्ट्री में बहुत ही ज़्यादा ट्रैवल कर रहे थे। सो आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर माई एक्सपीरियंस। आई वॉज for my first trek, I was advertising it for since last year 2020. From October 2020 I was advertising for the trek. So I kept on advertising it till February, and then after all these hurdles, after all these problems, all these situations, all these consequences, I was able to take 9 people to a trek in North Bengal, in Sandakpur. So you will have to keep your dedication level to the topmost level. You will have to work hard each and every day. You will have to work hard. If you are dedicated toward your passion, you will have to make sure that whatever the problems are coming on the way, you will have to tackle them in a smart way, And moreover, you will have to keep on researching on different places. If you want to travel, if you want to make travel as your profession, then you will have to keep on researching on different places. You will have to study travel blogs. And if you are willing to make photography as your passion, as your profession, then you will also have to work as a freelancer. You will have to work for different companies. मैं भी अपना फोटोग्राफी जर्नी ऐसे ही स्टार्ट किया था। मैं एकदम पहले मैं फ्रीलांसर की तरह काम करता था, अभी भी करता हूँ। मगर as as time passed, I made few contacts in this field, and after that I began my startup company, and I also got my own works. खुद का भी काम मेरे को मिलने लगा, और उसी तरह से मैं डेडिकेटेड था, इसीलिए मेरे को आज काम मिल रहा है। और हाँ, पता है अभी लॉकडाउन चल रहा है, अभी 1-2 महीना काम बंद रहेगा, मगर उसके बाद फिर से सब सिचुएशन ठीक होगा, और हम लोगों को इस चीज के लिए पेशेंस रखना पड़ेगा। Patience is the main key. Thank you.
Well, definitely. So patience. And it's not about that you are not getting anything. Learning is always there, no matter what, but learning at the end of the day. कहते हैं ना कि कुछ नहीं होगा तो सीख के तो निकलेंगे ही. Learning is always and always there. Moving on, Dr. Das, a very, very important question asked by the student कि किन students को ये course करना चाहिए ना? What all skills actually required for this course? Over to you.
Okay. Well, I'll put the question in the form of an answer, in the sense that you come to us and we put the skills in you. No one actually does a course with certain skills. The GDPI's structure at IITTM automatically will take care of certain basic essentials. But like, say for example, speaking well, that is something which comes with the course, as you do the different components. But yeah, definitely I will tell you that an eye for interest, an eye for the unique aspects, an eye for something that is different. If you have an inquisitive nature, if you have a passionate streak in you, like Siddhartha was just telling, passion will give you a dedication. And so if you have that kind of a focus, then you definitely belong to this field. Now, also let me tell you that there are a lot of we have discussed about cargo, logistics, we have discussed about tour operations, ticketing, several other accepted fields. But also let me tell you that the uncharted road sometimes is the most interesting. I'll tell you a very interesting story here that, very often when we have to take a hike or a trek, like Siddhartha was just telling that, he takes people on a trek. Our focus is so much on the summit that we forget to notice the beautiful scenery that we are crossing while we are walking. My suggestion to you would be, take a jump into the course. There are several options available. Look around while you are going to the summit. Don't just look at the summit. Don't just look at what lies at the end, but also enjoy the road, and automatically you will be able to find out which is your fit area, comfortable area. But then, yes, if you look at certain basic streaks, good writing skills, good speaking skills, when we say a good personality, I would say, often people have this fear that I don't speak very well, I'm not very outgoing, so I'm not a travel and tourism profile, I'm not having. That's very wrong. In travel and tourism, if you're a quiet person, you fit in. If you're a very garrulous person, a talkative person, you fit in also. So it depends on the profile of the job you are doing. It depends upon the profile of the requirement that you are fitting into. So definitely this, and yeah, you need to do your course. You need to know one thing, students. Let me clarify to you: just smartness and good speaking skills will not take you very long. Somewhere down the road, you'll also have to have your content. So all the different subjects that are part of this course, which I think is a very comprehensive and well-made, well-structured course, should definitely be done well. Whatever knowledge you have with that, combine it with the practical exposure that I've provided to you in the course, and then you are absolutely ready for the market. And of course, as far as your degree goes, your graduation degree or your post-graduation degree, that is kind of the required degree that is needed. And along with that, like I told you, these are the basic speaking skills, writing skills, and your overall personality, how you project your overall personality. Regarding all this, there are n number of classes and sessions that are going to be taken in IITTM, and I think I must mention one last thing. I have immense pride and privilege to mention here that as a placement coordinator, I turn to thank my students, because today our alumni are our major recruiters across IITTM. How did that happen? I still remember the day when they stepped into the college as uncertain faces with very, very unsure steps. And today they are the ones who advise us which course to do, how to restructure courses, and they call us and take our students. So I'm sure all careers which begin with passion and dedication leads you to success. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, ma'am. It was really, really superb in detail. Another important question, Dr. Das, from you only. How did you actually decided to be in this industry? Since your profile says that you've been studying administration and other areas. So if you can help our students, that how did you actually reach out to this career area?
Okay, I'm so glad. This was unexpected, but I'm happy that you asked me this. After post-graduation in human resource management, I started teaching. I worked for a few years in Tata Consultancy Services. Then I started teaching. Then I was always lured by the call to travel. The culture, the historical aspects, the fairs and festivals. Basically, my specialization, my favorite area in tourism is cultural tourism. So I was just thinking, what do I do? How do I combine my profession with something like this? And I started writing long back. I started writing my travel experiences. And somewhere along the way, I also got into IITTM. And if anyone would ask me, I would say that the Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management was a turning point in my life, because the contributions that I got from teaching subjects in tourism gave me a whole lot of clarity, gave much more content to what I wrote, and gave my travel a new perspective. I realized that all the travel that I had done previously was from a different perspective. It was almost like I suddenly had a new vision to look at the world. And as I started writing, as I started traveling, there were numerous places which we travel on work. And I realized that travel is the biggest educator. Travel teaches you things which nothing else teaches. And so I have immense satisfaction in doing a job in IITTM where I teach travel and tourism. And at the same time, I also am able to live those dreams. We not only teach people how to deliver dreams to the prospective customers, I, as a teacher, I also have the ability to live those dreams. So I think I couldn't have asked for more. But thank you, Dr. Prachi, for asking me that question. It's over to you now, Dr. Prachi.
Well,
So
well explained, ma'am. And I believe this is definitely why did I ask this question is just there are many parents, many students, and have been asking question कि मेरा बच्चा already किसी field में है और इसमें future होगा या नहीं होगा, because it's more related to passion, it's more related to their hobby, and इन सब चीजों को secondary रखा जाता है. But क्या इनमें भी इतना अच्छा करियर बन सकता है और आगे परस्यू किया जा सकता है? Looking at your profile and meeting Siddhartha, definitely yes, being a young entrepreneur, he's doing great. Now, moving further, Chandrasekhar sir, our parents want to know, there's one girl from DPS, she's looking for admission, and she's also filled, she's saying that she's filled the application form. She wants to know कि options बाद में भी choose किए जा सकते हैं क्या? She has filled some for something else, I guess, but now she's interested for this. So,
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Am my voice reaching?
Yes, sir. Very clear.
Yeah.
So
Thank you very much. Yes, it's very interesting. I mean, students, those who are opting IITTM to go for 3-year graduation program, even I want to say 2 years master's degree program, because IITTM is well prepared. We know very well that when the student they are joining us either in graduation program or master degree program, sometimes they are not very much aware about this tourism is a service industry. So this is very, soft and polite industry. Here we need a lot and we expect a lot of change is also expected from the student. Those who are joining IITTM, because of future they are going to decide their career. So here the structure which is prepared for 3 years graduation program, once again for the 2 years masters program, IITTM prepared in such a way. First of all, we trained the student over there. First of all, the communication. Number two is the confidence. When they are studying various module, various subject, our expert teachers, when they are taking classes, at presently we are conducting online, otherwise offline classes. So the teachers are concentrating on each and every student. I mean, effective teaching, they are watching eye to eye contact. Sometimes these students, they have to give certain presentation, they have to present some assignment also. That way their personality overall develop. Because IITTM also introduced in BBA, as I just little before I mentioned, travel photography as one of the subject. And even if you are studying either in MBA or in BBA program, definitely you are getting two study tour for the BBA student, one study tour that is for the MBA student. So when they are traveling, because the tour cost is included, just for your knowledge, study tour cost, that is also called academic tour. So a student, they have a first hand knowledge when they are traveling. I mean, what is the importance of the connectivity when you are reaching. Certain training programs are conducted and certain instructor experts are there, whether maybe it is maybe adventure or maybe other activities. So at that time when they are completing, because it carries 100 marks, so they are preparing the project, and they are also sometimes question answer viva voce is also there. Even IITTM with all the centers, libraries are also very rich. Because what the subjects we are offering, I'm going to talk on also that. Because during the year, IITTM do celebrate many activities celebration. That means, I mean, 27th of September, that is World Tourism Day. Recently 18th of April, World Heritage Day. Number of other occasions also. There is a time for the student to participate on various activities and various management competition quiz also. We have number of students are coming from other universities and colleges, institutions, so they have also a competition. Even we do send our student to other universities. So these are the ways they can develop themselves also. And about subjects, yes, initially in semester 1 and 2, if I'm talking about the MBA, they are studying all the subjects. Because our course curriculum also follow as per the guidelines, once again, of UGC. That means they are studying the various modules which are being taught in a regular MBA. You can talk about principles of management, maybe about the organizational behavior, finance, accounting, many more subjects. And then after, we give many subject as a specialization. So maybe that is start from third semester, but prior they are studying these 2 semester. Number of teachers are coming, number of time, we do invite industry experts. So they are also delivering sessions, and student, they are also able to understand entire tourism industry, because this industry is very wide. And there are a lot of ideas where you can go, where you are fit. Are you good as a orator? Are you good in writing? Or are you good in IT part? Sometimes you are a good listener also sometimes. So these are some talents we can talk about. Maybe you can say indirectly, like attributes of these students. So recruiters, those who are coming to us, sometimes they are coming delivering lectures. Even at that time, they are trying to identify the student. Even further, they have a chance to go for 6 to 8 weeks, that is summer internship. So IITTM is going to attach as per your interest of your town, city, or maybe the organization, their type of business. At that time, they have a chance to develop their personality. They can better understand the working of these organizations. Even the organizations, the managers, general managers, they're working as a mentor. Because IITTM reputation is quite very high, and they support a lot. So we normally take care 100% internship, and when they are returning back, joining third semester in MBA, or maybe in the BBA also the same system. And then after, their personality altogether change. Then after, they have certain more questions theoretically with the teachers, with the expert teachers. Sometimes they are talking with their alumni also. and they are going to finalize which area they want. For example, in MBA program, so we have subjects like travel agency and tour operations. So because the business in India is either domestic tourism or international tourism. Even international divide into two: international either inbound or international either outbound. So these discussions are also there. Sometimes they are going in different field also, which is like they are interested to go for MICE, which we have already talked earlier. So MICE means meetings, incentives, conference or convention, exhibition. So if they want, they can go there also. There is a new trained, another field we can say of wedding tourism, or maybe another one that is a foreign exchange. So up to the student choices, because we have many field. Even we have cargo specialization also, because a lot of export and import, and we have also hotel sector also, cruises also. So various field of transportation, you can say, various field of hotels, because in hotel sector also we have number of heritage hotels. They're coming to us to recruitment, maybe Taj, Oberoi, Radisson. And certain students during the study, definitely they have their own very interesting cameras. They are taking certain pictures. So we have also some competition to identify these pictures, maybe the hotel monument or any natural beauty. And then after, they have also opportunity to write certain thing about content on the same. So that way they start developing themselves if they want to come into this journalism, travel writing. Initially this is a beginning. So cultural activity also support a lot, because of number of magazines are coming into our library. So that is also one of the motivations. Company like DDP, that is the company that publishes many magazines which we all subscribe for our library. They are the leading one organization. Durga Das publication, DDP we call it. And they have the magazine called Trav Talk, sometime the Cargo Talk, Mice Talk also, and maybe Indian Journey, and Holiday Links. So Holiday Talk. So these are some 3-4 types of magazines one can search online also. That is from the DDP. Number of other we have good magazines coming to us. That is Travel Today, we called T3, or sometime Travel Safaris. And already Dr. Adyasa has mentioned about one of the book named Lonely Planet. So student they go for references of these Lonely Planet, because we have collection of almost every country. So we have very rich library of tourism. So students they are pursuing other universities for doctor to MPhil. Even they consult our library, because we have number of subscription from National Geographical, the traveler magazines, Travel and Leisure India, Condé Nast. You all heard about these magazines, Outlook Traveler. So they give a lot of information. Discover India, Go Now magazines. So this is something, if you are studying, because our library is open, available all the 6 days, and we have also special classes in the library also. Library is a big attraction in IITTM particularly. And that also motivates a lot in which field you can go, because we have a lot of statistics also. And maybe the report of UNWTO, United Nations World Tourism Organization. So annual report also we subscribe. IITTM is a member of many national organization, international organizations also. They are basically tourism organizations. I can share you few of the name. IATO, Indian Association of Tour Operator. TAAI, Travel Agents Association of India. So we are a very important member. And a number of other organizations in India, like TAFI, Travel Agent Federation of India. I can give you many name, Association of Domestic Tour Operator of India. So many field those who are into travel and tourism. And also we are into the field of cargo. So same also we are for international organization like called PATA, Pacific Asia Travel Association. PATA means PATA. I mentioned like UNWTO, United Nations World Tourism Organization. So I can share many names. I mean, ASTA, American Society of Travel Agent. So we are all a member, and we subscribe all the latest magazines, and they give the latest update to students studying with us, whether they are in the graduation program or master's program, because we issue 4 books and unlimited access in the library. Even Saturday, Sunday are no classes, but library is open on Saturday. I mean, these are something, even I want to talk to you about in the past, in my knowledge, because I am since 17 years, and looking after placement part also, being otherwise chairman of MBA. The students are also recruited to many content writing companies, like one of them Equations, for example. So their subscription is very high level, and a number of students, because of their background is English medium, and they are seriously from semester 1, they are spending every day 2 to 3 hours in the library, and they are taking number of references. Then after, their future planning is altogether very good. Sometimes they are taking some assistance with our teachers. We all are available because ITTM faculties are big in numbers once again, and they are all well qualified. They are all posted in 5 centers, and because tourism industry means, like, Atithi Devo Bhava. So we also keep the same with our students, those who are studying with us. We are always available during the day. Even they contact us on mobile or WhatsApp or email, so they get a quick answer also, because of we wanted to shape their career. So many fields are available in travel, tourism, and allied sector. For the placement, we do invite many field organizations, once again, maybe from the field of leading travel agencies, can be tour operators, can be the cargo agents, logistics companies, aviation companies, cruises like Royal Caribbean, they are coming to us. And hotel sector, I mentioned about Taj, Oberoi, Radisson. Even we are going for more, because we have students coming, hotel management graduates, and they are pursuing with us MBA tourism and travel management. Then again, they want to go for higher position directly. So IITTM take care very well. I mentioned you about the wedding tourism, MICE tourism, and also public sector, because we have MOUs with the Indian Railways subsidiary IRCTC. We have Balmer and Lorry, Ministry of Petroleum Organization, ICAI. So there is an N number. I can give you once again more. Even in the numbers, where are the option opportunities available? Like today we are talking about career and travel journalism, because students, they are not very much aware about when, but many of them, they are keen interested. So faculty like Dr. Adyasa ma'am, very senior faculty of Bhubaneswar IITTM, so she is also taking care this particular module, and she's giving proper guidelines. So even the student can go for a good career once again. So options are many. IITTM, once again, overall try to groom the student. They are boys, they are girls, and they are coming from almost every state. I've seen number of students, they're coming initially, even their communication is very poor, their personality is very poor, but within 6 to 8 months, I'm not saying a year, after completing one semester, their personality change a lot immediately, because of the environment of IITTM is very different. Our infrastructure is altogether very smart at national level, I have to say, rather international, because entire campus is neat and clean. We follow the norms of Swachh Bharat, Swachh Pariyatan. So even if you check anything, corridor, classrooms, or the washrooms areas, they are very good, neat and clean. All the classes are air conditioned. Very favorable atmosphere is there. Teachers are available between 9:30 till 6 o'clock, and we have 100% syllabus by the teachers. We never refer to go here and there, because we have experts. And in BBA program, we have also one international language also. Either a student can go for French with some center, can be Spanish also. So that way also opportunities, you can develop an international language also. And many other activities which have been organized during the year, sports activities, cultural activities. And I mentioned about the international linkages. So we have number of foreign university professors. Whenever they are on tour to India, IITTM do invite. They are also talking, and sometimes comparative study India with some foreign countries. So there are a lot chances to groom. And I think it's enough from my side at present. Better some new questions from your side, please. Thank you, Dr. Prachi ji.
Thank you so much, sir. It was super and very much in detail. I don't think so now student will be left with any of the questions. But yes, as the is taking first one very, very important question for Dr. Das. Ma'am, if you can give a last piece of advice for all the budding bloggers and journalists, those who are actually looking forward to have their career in this particular field.
Yeah, I think I can just tell this, that start a blog today. Whether you're going to take up your travel journalism, or whether you are going to join this course, or whether you're going to do some other course, irrespective of anything else, put your thoughts together. All of you must have traveled. Start a blog today. It gives vent to a number of creative channels, and also it gives you the chance to do your bit for the tourism of the country, for the heritage and the culture of the country. And sometimes what happens, the choice of a career is a very, very important point in one's life. Of course, I have always told one thing, that there is nothing called a right choice or a wrong choice, a right decision or a wrong decision. There is a decision we take, and there are certain things we do after that to make it the right or the wrong decision. So, students, my only advice to you would be, have the courage and the optimism to stand for what you believe in. If you want to do a course in travel and tourism and then take up travel journalism or travel writing or travel photography, you can definitely do it with single-minded dedication. So before you are joining, you have a number of months now in hand. A few months are there in hand. Start your blogging activity. See how it feels. Just like you go to the shop and buy an attire or a pair of shoes, you would like to first try it out. Try it out and see whether it is comfortable for you or not. And I have a feeling it definitely is going to be comfortable. All of you are extremely smart in social media. All of you are very tech savvy. All of you know the art of photography, the art of writing to some extent. So if all of this put together can make you travel, and in the course you can also develop a profession, I'm sure there can be nothing more interesting than this. So at the end, I would just like to wish all of you the very best for your future endeavors. And if it so happens that we do meet in future, if you choose IITTM as your center of study, we definitely can do something about your passion if you are interested in travel journalism. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, ma'am. And listening from you, I believe I will also start writing now, which I have stopped long way back. So
You
today,
must, and if you just give me a minute, I must thank my student Siddhartha, because I remember in BBA batch at IITTM Bhubaneswar, we started a club called the Travel Writing and Photography Club. And when Siddharth used to do initiatives there and take students for different destination tours, I had never imagined one day that he would have his own startup. And when the Chief Minister, or the Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, shared his photograph and tweeted, my pride knew no bounds, that one student from the Travel Photography Club could make us famous in the state. So if there are other students like Siddharth, I think Siddharth is the right role model. I'm sure you can reach out to him if you have further queries. I also thank Dr. Chandrasekhar Barua, who is, I believe, one of the strong pillars of the institution when it comes to admission. Is extremely concerned about the career of students and has always been a very, very revered colleague. Thanks all of you for this wonderful opportunity.
well, thank you so much, ma'am. And definitely, well, this comes up with totally new, unique area for students, in terms of career. Definitely, for sure. Now, the clock is ticking fast, and it is time to conclude our session now. I really like the energy of our session today. So, a sincere thank for spending your time, energy, and sharing your perspective here with us. I'm positive that today's session is valuable to all their parents, students, and definitely to their teachers who can guide their students. And a big shout out to our viewers who have joined our session through social media platform, through Facebook or YouTube, and also to all the schools out there, those who are hosting this onto their platform. Thank you for posting all your queries and for all your love and support. Thanks a ton. Till then, take care, stay healthy, and remember to make your career by choice, not by chance. We all are unique. Thank you so much. See you soon.
Thank you very much, Dr. Prachi.